Okay, so I'm Tamara. I live in Colombo in Sri Lanka. So I'm Nikhil's neighbor. I want to split I want to tell you two separate things. So one is my testimony, and the second is a little bit about the business. We've been drinking Kangen for about 8 years now. When we were introduced to the machine and the water, my family and I had absolutely no idea what alkaline water was or what Kangen water was. It was honestly just a name out there. And when Peter tried to explain it to me, honestly, I thought he was talking about some science fiction movie, and neither my husband or I understood anything. And then he looked at us and said, "I'll just give you the video." We were like, "Yeah, that might be better." So we watched the video and we decided to buy the machine just by watching the video, because no one in Colombo, to our knowledge, owned a machine. So we had no opportunity to go and have a look at the demo or get it explained to us in any kind of detail. But we just realized in watching the simple video that there was the possibility that the machine could be of benefit to not me, but to our children, because we actually bought it for the health of our children. Luckily for me, I have a friend who's actually watching. Her name is Michelle Jones, and she was my son's nutritionist. So I thought, let me go and ask someone who should know about these things. So I said, "What do you think about this? Because we're thinking of buying a machine." And I gave her the video and I said, "Tell me what you think." And then she told me, "Yep, this is a good machine." So when she said that, then gave me even more faith to buy it. And so she and I both bought, actually, and she's on the team there. It's a decision that my family and I have not ever regretted. And the reason I say that too is because, and I emphasize this, in Sri Lanka to buy a machine is very, very expensive. We do not have payment plans. We don't have an office here. And obviously we have to pay upfront. And the dollar to the Sri Lankan rupee conversion is a lot. It's much more than what you guys will be paying in Singapore or India or anything else like that. And in addition to that, if we want to ship the machine to Sri Lanka, we have to pay huge taxes, VAT, duty, and all sorts of different things. So we had to always come up with ingenious ways to try and bring the machines in. Saying all of that, we have never regretted it for many reasons. And when I started drinking, it was never for the purpose of doing the business. It was just for health. So the first time that we got alerted to how good the water was when my sister, who is a type 2 diabetic, when her blood sugar reading started going down, that was like within maybe 10 days of her taking the water from my house and drinking, not with her own machine. So then we all got excited and thought, "Oh my gosh, this has got to be the water," because there's nothing else that she had changed. So we monitored both her and my dad, who's also a type 2 diabetic, and both their readings started coming down, which for us was just monumental, because my sister was only 35 when she became an insulin-dependent diabetic. So that was quite difficult for her, actually. So then we monitored that, and soon my sister's blood sugar readings went down to 6, which on her HbA1c, which is normal if you all know anything about diabetes, and her doctor used her as like a poster pin-up child for, this is how you do diabetes, this is how you reverse your diabetes, this is how you halt it, kind of thing. My dad, who's always been on medication for the last 35, 40 years, and he's taken metformin, his readings came down without increasing his medication. So that, again, for him was huge. He couldn't even remember with the last one time he did his test, and it said that his blood sugars were in the normal range. So when I called him, I said, "Dad, this is so good." He laughed because he said, "Yeah, I can't remember the last time that ever happened." So for us, those were huge testimonies. Then I used to have really bad eczema. Again, I never considered that to be a lack of immunity or a weak immune system, or even that there was anything wrong with it. It was just eczema, right? So, and both my doctors in Australia and Sri Lanka said to me, I just had to learn to live with it. But within 2 years of drinking the water, I found that, just like Nikhil said, his wife said, things just disappear. Same thing happened to me. It just went. And I have not had a breakout of eczema for the last 6 years. And for me, that is huge, because it really ruined my confidence, because it looked terrible. It was on my hands and my feet and things like that. But my son, he had very bad sinus issues, mucus problems, concentration issues, all of which got sorted out. Not instantly, it took time, which again I like, because it means now I understand that it's fixing, the body is just fixing itself from the inside. So for me, as a mother, and just just the family, the fact that our decision to purchase this machine has had such a huge impact on all of us. It's obviously life changing. So then, obviously, I'm a sharer. I've realized just like on that Eric Worre video, it says you've got a good thing, you've got to tell people. I decided to start telling people. So then, Judy and Peter invested a lot of their time to come and teach me in Sri Lanka, and that was wonderful. And then I started sharing the business. But I have to tell you this: I'm not a salesperson. I've not been into. I don't like selling. I've just know this about myself. But this business is different because I realized I'm not selling. I'm actually helping to change lives, and I really liked that aspect of business. I like the fact that I can share my knowledge, maybe impact someone's life in some way, and that was wonderful for me. So I've grown. I suddenly realized, my gosh, I've grown a team, obviously in Sri Lanka, but also in Australia, in Dubai. Now someone is moved to Cyprus. We've got Malaysia. We've got England, and it's just all these people around the world. And it was actually never my intention. It was not my intention. I'm telling you this because I want to take you to the next part. It was not my intention to have this huge thing. I mean, it was wonderful to have a business, but it wasn't my first thought. My first thought was, let me share the water, let me tell them how wonderful the product is. Food is my passion, so somewhere along the way I decided to open a restaurant. And that, if any of you know anything about hospitality trade, it's a lot of work. And so the last 3 years I've invested all my time into the business because I've actually now got a proper standalone restaurant. And so I have not been paying any attention to Kanban. It's just been kind of sitting in the background. But it keeps churning, The wonderful thing about network marketing is once you set the business up, it keeps going despite yourself. Whether you want to invest the time in it or not, it ends up making you money. And the reason I'm sharing that with you is if I'm telling you about my business, I've been doing this for 7 years. And Judy told me from the very beginning, there are some-timers, there are part-timers, and then there are full-timers. And I'm a sometime. Okay, I'm not, I just kind of dive in and dive out, and I go into it sometimes, and I do an all-out massive action once in a while, but I've never been really, truly consistent in it. But the other day, I decided to, believe it or not, do my first ever Zoom meeting with my team. And we all got on, and I went, oh my God, look at what we've done. We've got all these people from all these different countries. And then I decided to share with them what my income might have been for the last 7 years. I'm the one that was surprised because I realized that being a sometime-a-sometimer, I've earned $20,000 a year. This is a sometime-a-sometimer. That's my dog. And I thought, good grief, if I could be a sometime-a-sometimer and earn $20,000 a year, why not at least become a proper sometime? Or maybe just promote myself to a part-timer and see what would happen. So I encourage you to be consistent in the business. It's so easy to get going, especially if you truly believe in the product, which I do. And the business is proven because you've got this huge network of people, the huge network, which is the company. And then you've got this huge community that helps you, which I love, that you get to share information and stuff like that, and your knowledge, which is wonderful. And by the way, you get to earn some really good money doing something that's actually of value, which is why I love the business, because you're not just selling a machine, you're selling a lifestyle. But the other thing that I want to tell you was, in just recently, I've started watching all these Zoom meetings and stuff and learning so much from all of you. And suddenly this light bulb went off in my head, and I was talking to one of my team members as well. As much as I realized that I'm sharing knowledge on health and helping to change people's mindsets on certain things, it never occurred to me that I could also be helping to change someone's life financially. That I had one sphere of what was in my head, and suddenly I went, oh my God, I could actually help to change someone's life financially. And then when I went, if I could tell someone that they could earn $20,000 a year doing not much, tell me who's not going to want to do that. So in Sri Lanka, the class is a developing nation, so we don't have, we might have like an upper class or whatever. We have a middle class now, but most of our population earns very little So when I first started the business, I never thought that this could be an actual business. So again, I had to change my mind on that because I was one of the first to start Kangen in Sri Lanka, and everyone said we'll never sell a machine. By the way, I'm just about to go 6A2. So yes, you can sell machines even in a country like Sri Lanka where no one knew anything about it. So I spent many years in Sri Lanka just educating people on what alkaline water is, what ionized water is, and I have to tell you that my team and I have actually helped to shape the water business in Sri Lanka. In the sense, after us, there are 3 other ionized companies that have come into the market just because of us. They've come to our presentations, they've watched what we're doing, and said, "Ooh, there's an opportunity here," and then they brought that in. Because of us, there is now alkaline water which is bottled, which is on the shelf in Sri Lanka, because they came to our presentations, they watched what we're doing, and went, "Oh, there's an opportunity here." All of which I'm very grateful for, because it's just opened up the market, and suddenly we've got many 6As in Sri Lanka doing Kangen, the Enagic business, and the network marketing model has just absolutely just exploded. And every time I watch the Eric Worre Rise video, and I'm like, God, honestly, we need to be sharing this with everyone, because it's a real way for people to have financial freedom for such a small investment into their health and into their business. So that's what I want to share with you all today.
Absolutely. Tamara, by the way, 6A2 is she sold by herself 200, more than 200 machines in a team. And she has changed the landscape from first going there, nobody know what water is, just crappy water, to now they have 9.5 pH water. They have all this alkaline water going in there just because one woman changed the landscape there. Now, I just want to clarify, Tamara, your 20,000 is 20,000 US dollar or rupees?
US dollars.
That is almost like a graduate annual income in Singapore as well, a new graduate. So by her sometime. Yeah. And a manager in Sri Lanka, right?
Sorry?
Would that be a income of a manager
No.
Not yet. Not yet.
The Sri Lankan pay structure is quite weak in terms, like you can't compare it to, like, say, a Singaporean pay structure. So in average, normal executive would only earn maybe 25 to 30,000 rupees, Sri Lankan rupees a month. So that's that's not.
This would be a very good business, and that's what we talk about. I mean, Enagic has changed my life. I can't suddenly become a coder now or go on be an e-commerce person, but this business has definitely changed my life, gave me more time with my family. Now, thank you so much, Tamara. You really changed a lot of people's life, all over the world. No, we didn't know that we could travel around the world like that, right?
Definitely. That's a definite plus. Traveling around the world, and actually, one other thing I want to say is the business. You meet so many people along the way, and honestly, I could truly say that some of my best friends are because of the Kangen business. We've got friends everywhere, and Judy, Peter are definitely some of my closest friends. Michelle, who is here, I can see you, Michelle.
Is there, Michelle Jones?
We were with her, yeah. And Judith's on here. She's in Malaysia. So yeah, we make good friendships as well, which again is a wonderful trait of the business.